Our recreational programs are second to none in this region, under the direction and guidance of Commissioner of Recreation and Parks, Tom Elwood. From our basketball and cheerleading camps to our numerous summer programs, we provide access to our youth to participate in almost every type of program possible. We have partnered with the school district, the Middletown School District, to continue the sports camps programs and after-school programs. We have a greater emphasis on improving our park facilities with resurfacing the courts at the Jerome Neal and Fancher Davidge Park basketball courts. The City Parks Department received the Breath of Fresh Air Award from the Power Against Tobacco group this year, along with working with the Pride Committee to make the citywide Pride cleanups very successful. We hope and expect the Fancher Davidge Park Pool Project, an $800,000 commitment funded 50% by the state of New York, to be completed and operating this year. And we continue to work with outside organizations like the Little League, El Dia de los Niños, Middletown Youth Football, and the Classic 10K race to offer diverse programs and activities in our community. We are implementing a 3-year plan to improve our playground equipment in all parks and improve all ball field conditions and expand the sports camp, which, along with the expansion of Davidge Park ball fields and the city-owned soccer fields, should give our city and our children and community even more recreational opportunities. The Heritage Trail is an important component in our plans to revitalize the city of Middletown and provide more recreational opportunities and promote and create a more vibrant downtown, along with a more healthy and resident-friendly Orange County. The project has been in the planning stage for over 6 years, and we keep urging the County Parks Department, the lead agency on the project, to double its efforts to bring this project to implementation, especially considering that funding is available through a federal grant with some limited local matching requirements. This grant would be administered by the state through the Orange County Transportation Council. Currently, there is over $500,000 allocated for planning and design of this trail, with a total cost of $2.6 million for design and construction from Hartley Road crossing near the Wallkill River into downtown Middletown to Davidge Park and out to Howells. I have expressed to the Transportation Council that I believe the trail connection between Goshen and Middletown must first be established before the Middletown to Howells portion. I have also raised concerns about the operation of the trail, including security and maintenance. This is especially true for the section of the trail that is owned by the city of Middletown, yet located in the town of Wallkill. My concerns are liability for the city, especially in light of the fact that we cannot patrol this property located in the town. While not a deal breaker, I believe the county and trail advocates have an obligation to make this trail a success story for our region. In the area of finance, we improved our Moody's rating that allowed us to refinance $5 million of selected bonds over the next 10 years, with an anticipated savings of close to $500,000. We began the paperless process of budgeting and have installed the KVS software, acquired at over $300,000 for general ledger, purchasing, accounting, and payroll, along with water, sewer, and tax billings beginning in May. Our treasurer, Don Paris, was very instrumental in providing us with the necessary information and assistance that allowed us to meet the tax cap for 2012. Our law department had a very busy year in 2011, and we anticipate an even busier year in 2012. Under the guidance of Corporation Counsel Richard Girton and his assistant Alex Smith, we saw a settlement of the Southwinds lawsuit that was not only favorable to the city financially, but allowed the facility that was near closing to remain open. They are now paying additional taxes, and we are also maintaining the homes of many elderly people and the jobs of many Middletown area residents. In the area of code enforcement, the Corporation Counsel's office prosecutes all city violators working with the Department of Public Works. We will soon implement our new software program acquired through a $61,000 grant, and this will significantly upgrade our ability to monitor housing and code problems and improve our strong neighborhoods that have always been our strength here in the city of Middletown. We are currently averaging 20 court cases per week, along with 40 to 50 traffic cases in city court. This generates approximately $2,000 per week in revenue for the city, and that doesn't include the large fines that have been set by the court on selected properties. We have also improved the interaction of the Corporation Counsel's Office and the Police Department in the area of code enforcement. The police have stepped up on the quality of life violations like noise, littering, unlicensed dogs, and reporting overcrowding and other code violations to the Department of Public Works Code Enforcement Division. This area of code enforcement has improved so dramatically that the court has set up an additional day to handle these cases. The fine intake on these cases is usually between $3,000 and $4,000 per week. In 2011, these quality of life crimes increased by 71% for the police. This drove up our crime statistics, but at this point, and until people learn not to litter, play loud music, or attempt to destroy their neighbor's quality of life, we will continue with this. The number of search warrants for suspected code violations has more than tripled that of the previous year. Most of these are for illegal conversions to boarding houses or multiple dwellings. Some for illegal occupancy of the attics or basements, and we have come down very hard in this area. While we realize the struggling economy, we must send a very strong message that by doing these illegal conversions, you are jeopardizing the safety of the tenants and our emergency responders. We will continue to push this agenda very strongly until the message gets out. Let me make it clear, we do not view this as a revenue source. We do this code enforcement to improve the quality of life, to protect our residents and our workers. If you are violating our laws, please stop it, because eventually we will reach you and prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. For major violators, we will seek jail time. It's that important of an issue. In the area of public access to information, we have created what I believe to be one of the most accessible communities in the region. The City Clerk's Office under Mr. John Numcha will be converting our paper records to digitized, searchable records using Laserfiche software. All our municipal board meetings are now digitized along with a planning board webpage, our city webpage, our city Facebook page, in compliance with the new state regulations regarding meeting agendas. We truly have the glass ceiling. With the full implementation of the KVS system, we should be able to dramatically improve some of the services offered to our residents in the area of property tax searches, property code violation searches, and any information related to their Freedom of Information request. In the area of communication with the public, the tropical storms exposed a weakness in our emergency response system as it relates to public notice, before, during, and after emergencies. We were unable to communicate the declared state of emergency of Irene and Lee, as well as being able to broadcast any urgent message to our residents. Unfortunately, this is another area of disagreement with the school district that we should not be fighting over. The technology is available, and all it is a matter of simple coordination with the school district and Time Warner to provide this very necessary service that our residents are entitled to. We need direct access to Channel 20 for not only communicating emergency broadcasts, but also to televise other cultural and civic activities that take place in our community. We will exercise our right to use this channel for the intended purposes outlined in our contract with Time Warner and commit that the school district be given priority for any live event. It's a very simple solution to yet another simple disagreement. In the area of economic development, we have many projects on the board and have been completed. Many have been completed. The Polonia redevelopment of 26 North Street is nearly done. This $2.5 million project on North Street has brought life to a building that has been vacant for nearly 20 years. It will house 8 luxury apartments and 2 areas for commercial use, including the penthouse. This project begins the crossover on North Street for redevelopment that had been previously almost exclusively from the square to King Street. The Economic Development Office and the Business Improvement District were instrumental in the planning and eventual purchase of the 2 key properties in the downtown area that secured parking and will allow for additional development. Tompkins and the former TD Bank were important acquisitions to downtown development and citywide development. We have utilized county urban renewal grants to secure funding for the purchase, demolition, and expansion of our parking areas in the downtown area, from the former church on East Main Street to the 20 Orchard Street and 10 Washington Street properties. We are currently seeking the restoration of the Middletown Local Development Corporation and the Community Development Agency, two very important economic development tools that are used by governments to revive their communities. The focus of these agencies will be to manage and market city-owned properties acquired through tax sale and acquisition. Key properties that are targeted for this redevelopment are the Tompkins Building, the Clemson Building, the former Liberty Street School, and the Mulberry Street buildings, the old former senior center, all of which are currently owned by the city, along with several residential properties and vacant properties located throughout our community. We will present mini master plans focusing on North Street, the Tompkins Building with its parking lots, and some of the other downtown properties previously mentioned. The relocation of the senior center to the former TD Bank building, along with the redevelopment of the upper floors of the building into rental space, will bring more economic activity to our area. In other aspects of community development and economic development, we continue to work closely with SUNY Orange officials on their expansion plans, and we will hopefully have some major announcements throughout 2012. The Paramount Theater was instrumental in bringing 84,000 people into our downtown area for shows and events. Our county executive, Ed Diana, has worked very hard in our attempt to pursue a $150,000 grant from the Orange County Industrial Development Agency to upgrade this facility. This upgrade includes digital format projection equipment and sound equipment. The system will greatly enhance the scope, diversity, and quality of programming at the Paramount Theater, including first-run movies. We anticipate this to be completed and running in June of 2012. We are also working with the new owners of the former Horton Hospital building to complete and announce, hopefully very soon, a major project that will be transformative for this community. Economic Development Director Maria Bruni, her assistant John Degnan, and I have put many miles on our vehicles promoting and trying to sell this project, along with many others. We follow every lead and work in conjunction with all economic development agencies in the region to attract commercial properties to our city. The Office of Civil Service has been a very controversial one over the past couple of years. And as many of you know, our Alderman, Mr. Massey, who serves in this position, and it's not a conflict because it's a separate department. It's a commission, not a department of the city. That this commission handles the city and school district civil service obligations. While the school district has requested that it be abolished, I don't agree with that approach. I'm going to ask the Common Council to approve and place on a public referendum